From LeBron unfollowing his teams on social media to Jerry Jones's sound bites, how has social media influenced sports? Direct fan and athlete interaction. While back in the day, it always seems like your favorite athlete or star was on those high mountains that you could never reach, now instant satisfaction is something you could get by hopping on Instagram or TikTok and talking crap to your favorite athlete. It's never been like this before, but now it is definitely the norm. And sometimes you could even get under the skin of your favorite athletes, and it doesn't make them look good at all. And it is very harder for the athletes to just brush this off when it's frequent and constant. Real-time sports news and highlights. While back in the day, you always had to wait for the 10 o'clock news or your sports teams to release something on the TV or the games to happen or ESPN late at night. Now you can pretty much get all the news you want instantly in your handheld, your phone, and anything that you access the sports news that you want. So it's instant. There's no time to buffer anything. It's just instant reaction with constant news flooding our systems all the time, which has made it harder for the athlete. Athlete branding and sponsorship. Now the athletes kind of have the advantage. They build their own brands and stuff like that. They market their own things or events that they have, or just market themselves in general, to where they really have the advantage now. It's even infecting, maybe not infecting, but it's being incorporated in college sports, which I think is kind of hurting the NFL specifically, because college sports now have the NIL. So it kind of gives you a brand before you get to the NFL. And even like examples like Caleb Williams, before he got drafted, he was thinking about holding out because he had his own brand. He already had money and didn't have to really fuck with the NFL like that. And he could basically negotiate his way to being at the top of the draft. Fan engagement and community building. To create tribalism with your favorite team, teams now host Q&As. They do YouTube videos for behind the scenes. And it is really a whole new world that social media has really influenced and giving you more access. While players don't always like it, it is a different type of sports that we are dealing with, because you have so much access. You always get more, when back in the day, less was probably more. But now it leaves the fans always wanting more, always wanting clips and stuff like that. Changing sports journalism. Now journalists use social media for breaking news and commentary. Point being, look what the fuck I'm doing. So it is very different from just getting the news when you could get it, or the updates when you can get it, or someone knows the news more than you or quicker than you, or hears the information first. Now you just go on social media, and now journalists are using that to display the news that they get first, like Shams or Stephen A. Smith. So like I said previously, it's just more and instant access. And a lot of stuff with the instant access and stuff, you read into things more, like LeBron unfollowing the Cleveland Cavs back in the day, and you might sense some grief because he did that. Or like Micah Parsons saying something on the internet and freaking people out, or sending subliminal messages on his current requesting a trade. So there's a lot more content to be devoured. Pressure and mental health. While there is instant access and the constant of social media, pressure and mental health get to a kind of skyrocket high with these athletes, because there's so much constant pressure. Like back in the day, you could just turn it off and you wouldn't have to worry about it, and just turn it back on when you're on the football field or the NBA arena. But now it's constant pressure. You might see jabs that people are taking at you if you're an athlete. So now you kind of wonder how these players might turn into head cases, or they can't handle it, or they're in therapy more, because social media has partially had a negative effect and doesn't let the athlete get a break. All constant scrutiny, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute. So it is very hard to be an athlete these days, I gotta admit. Maybe I should even cut LeBron some slack. Nah.